come to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, Mr. Chair, Council, Mayor Burcroft, to our Deputy Clerk, and to the audience. This is the City of Romulus City Council regular meeting for Monday, February 13th, 2017. The roll will show that all members are present. Mr. Chair and Council, just to bring to your attention, we do have an amended agenda, and that amendment is adding line item 5D to the amended agenda. The amended agenda is as follows. Number 1, agenda. Number 2, minutes. Number 3 is petitioner. Number 4 is chairperson's report. 5 is mayor's report. 6A, clerk's report. 6B, treasurer's report. 7 is public comment. 8 is unfinished business. 9 is new business. 10 is communication. Number 11 is warrant 17-03. And number 12 is adjournment. And a motion would be in order to accept the amended agenda as presented.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Kraus, supported by Ms. Makowski for approval of the amended agenda as presented. Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Agenda accepted.
Number 2, for approval are the minutes from the regular council meeting held on February 6, 2017.
So moved for February the 6th, 2017.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo, for approval of the minutes from our regular council meeting, which was held February the 6th, 2017. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Abstain.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
Thank you. There were no special meetings on February 6th. We do not have any petitioners on the agenda. Number 4 is the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk Braggs. Tonight, we had a 6 o'clock study session concerning the ordinance vacant and abandoned structures. At 6:30, we had a study session which was on update of our infrastructure project. And at 7 p.m., we had a public hearing on our CDBG program fiscal year 2017-18. At this time, the chair is going to recognize Councilman Kraut.
Thank you, Ms. Martin. I'm making a memorial resolution for Carolyn Stow, who died last week.
I'll support that.
It's been motioned by Mr. Kraut, supported by Ms. Makowski, for memorial resolution for Ms. Carolyn Stouts. Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved. Okay, next I would like to Mrs. Carol Thomas from the Detroit Wayne County Mental Health Authority to come up and give us information she would like to present.
Good evening,
Good evening.
and I'm thankful for letting me be here this evening to present a certificate of appreciation to the city of Romulus. And of course, we are noting that the purpose for this certificate of appreciation is from the Detroit Wayne Mental Health Authority's SUD Oversight Policy Board and the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. Regarding our sign-our efforts, we had our sign-our compliance checks around the Wayne County. We had 95 stores that were on the list from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, where we had our retailers or our youth decoys go out with police officers to try to sell to our minors. Thankfully, on our list of that we received from the state. Out of those 95, 2 of those locations were here in Romulus, Michigan, and that was the Shell, 3 locations. The Shell on Telegraph Road, the Get and Go, and the BP gas stations were the ones that did not sell to our minors, that we appreciate those stores being recognized earlier this year during our fiscal year 15-16. We had a celebration where we gave those stores certificates along with the decal and the sign, letting them know, along with our coalitions, the ages of not to sell to our youth and minors. So I would ask that Mayor Burcroft would come up to receive the certificate, and if you don't mind taking a photograph with me as well for our records. And again, the certificate reads as he comes. The Detroit Wayne Mental Health Authority and the SUD Oversight Policy Board, along with the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, acknowledges that the City of Romulus, Mayor Leroy Burcroft, has been recognized as a city in Wayne County with the following retailers who put children and youth first by not selling tobacco products to our minors. Thank you very much. For our record. The panoramic. Oh, okay. Just turn recordings here. That's. So it's in flash. It should be okay. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Now I would like to bring up Mr. Jeff Hawkins, Accounting Manager. He's going to give us an update of the Senior Alliances programs.
I'll give her a second to get everybody one of those.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Mayor and members of the City Council. I'd like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak tonight about the Senior Alliance. My name is Jeffrey Hawkins. I'm an accounting manager for the agency. Our agency was founded in 1980 by the 34 communities of western and southern Wayne County under the Older Americans Act as one of 16 designated area agencies on aging in Michigan. Because our agency was funded by the state and federal dollars, we are required to report to our fiduciary bodies. Since we were formed by 34 communities, we consider you one of our fiduciary bodies. We have a few updates on our agency we wanted to share with you. We have a new executive director, Tamara Kiger. In addition, last summer we relocated to a new location at 5454 Vinoy in Wayne. Our agency's mission is we empower people with needs to live with dignity in the community they choose by providing the available services. Although we are known best for the Wayne County Meals on Wheels program, that provides we also provide many other services to the residents of your community. These include the Medicaid waiver program, which helps low-income seniors and adults with disabilities receive the services they need to stay in their own home versus a nursing facility. The Nursing Facility Transitions Program assists qualified individuals transitioning out of the nursing home and back into the community. The MAP program, which assists individuals with navigating the complex Medicare enrollment process. Our counselors help clients save over $6 million on Medicare premiums last year. Our Information Assistance Department connects individuals to the appropriate available resources as part of the ADRC network. TSA has established a non-emergency medical transportation program using 5 vehicles which provide rides of last resort. On January 31st, we conducted nearly 5 years of work. We concluded nearly 5 years of work on the Care Transitions demonstration project funded through the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services Innovations Office. TSA worked with 32,000 Medicare eligible adults to avoid readmission and improve health and wellness. Through this effort, we reduced the readmission rate by 32%. TSA estimates this project saved the Medicare system approximately $12 million after program expenses. We also offer caregiver support, diabetes education, and fall prevention classes. As you can see in your information packets over 737,000 services were utilized by residents of Romulus during the last fiscal year. The detailed summary sheet provides a breakdown which services were provided. While we operate a budget of over $20 million, we are proud to report that only 6% of that is administrative. And the other 94% goes directly to the communities we serve. Our audits are always unqualified, no audit findings, recommendations, or any management comments for the last 10 years. We ask that each municipality provide a match amount to support our work with older adults in your community over the age of 65. Your match amount for the fiscal year 2017 was $1,838, and you can see that right at the top of page 1 of your packet. This amount helps TSA deliver the $737,000 in services we spent in fiscal year 16 in Romulus to your residents. We thank you and appreciate your support. The Senior Alliance continually works on outreach to inform the communities of the services we offer. If Romulus has any events that they would like us to attend, please feel free to contact us. If you would like further information on our agency and the programs we provide, I'll be happy to answer any questions, or we can be contacted either by phone by calling 800-815-1112 or emailing info@tsalink.org. You can also visit our website by going to AAA1C.org. It's 3 A's, 1C.org. Or follow us on Facebook or Twitter. Thank you very much for your time, and have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. One thing I just like to say on the soul food dinner, very successful, and I was told to thank everyone that participated. Nice crowd, nice people that served food, and everybody seemed like they had a great time. And look like each year it gets larger and larger, which is a good thing. Bring unity to the community. So, looking forward to next year, and looking forward to our city moving forward. With that, that concludes the chairperson's report.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ms. Brooks.
I'll make a motion to accept your report.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Mr. Makowski, to accept the chairperson's report. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, and thank you.
Number 5 is the mayor's report.
Good evening, City Council, Treasurer, Clerk, Deputy Clerk, and audience. Usually I bring a quote, and tonight I brought something a little bit different, just kind of a thought to think about, but it's a thought about a conversation. And it goes as this: I asked God, why are you always taking me through rough waters? He replied, because your enemies can't swim. And so I thought that was a pretty cool one, and, having faith, doing the right thing, so don't question it. A couple other fun things. We have a lot going on. We have a live report. I'd like to welcome up Jasmine Dancy, please, to give us an update on just some of the events going on.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Mayor. So here's what's coming up around Romulus. Tomorrow is the February Valentine's Day luncheon at the Senior Center at 11 a.m. Tomorrow night is family story time at the library at 6:30 p.m. The Mother-Son Valentine Dance is this Thursday, February 16th. The Recreation Department's free midwinter break family fun days are at the Rack on February 20th and 21st from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. The Black History Month Library Children's Program will feature Miss Rosie with African folk tales and instruments on Tuesday, February 21st at 6:30 p.m. The public is invited to a very important Community Financial Health Forum on Thursday, February 23rd. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. and the program begins at 6 p.m. at the Rack. Please come out to learn about Michigan's municipal funding system. On Saturday, February 25th, the Romulus Animal Shelter is hosting their annual Cat and Dog Inoculation Day from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And lastly, the Friends of the Romulus Senior Center are hosting a Paint and Pour fundraiser night on Thursday, March 9th to continue raising funds for their goal to build a salon at the center. Tickets are $35 and you can purchase them in person at the Senior Center. Thanks and have a great week, everybody.
Thank you, Jazz. A lot of great things going on. We also had a great event Saturday. Wanted to give a shout out. We had a celebrating, as we do, our Black History Month, the 2017 bus tour. Wanted to give a special shout out to Jasmine Dancy and Tanya Cofield and our clerk, Ellen Bragg, who kicked it off here at the War Memorial. Did a real nice reading and kind of educational on history, and they had a great bus tour. So a lot of good things going on in Romulus. Just be a part of it is all we ask. Want to give a shout out. Tomorrow's not only Valentine's Day, but wish a happy birthday to Councilwoman Makowski. Happy birthday, Sylvia. And with that, I'll get into my regular report tonight for a few action items. You heard just earlier about Senior Alliance, so guess what? First item up is our match portion of that for item A. So what you have before you is a recommendation from Rose Swadan, our Senior Services Director, and this is to authorize the payment for the Senior Alliance 2017 fiscal year match for the 2016 statistics. The amount is $1,838.
So moved. Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Mr. Kraut. This is to authorize payment for the Senior Alliance's 2017 fiscal year match for 2016 statistics in the amount of $1,838. In discussion. Hearing none, roll call vote. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
Thank you, Council. Item B is a introduction for budget amendment. This is to basically concur with the administration and introduce Budget Amendment 16/17-22. This is to increase the building projects engineering fees and revenues of offsetting costs as well. There is no effect on fund balance.
So moved.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Makowski, supported by Ms. Roscoe. And this is to concur with the administration to introduce Budget Amendment 16/17-22. This is to increase the building project engineering fees, revenue, and the offsetting costs. Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
Thank you, Council. Item C is just FYI only, no action requested. Item D is a request, and this was why we had amended the agenda. Earlier, we had the public hearing, and what you have before you is a recommendation from Maria Lambert, DDA Director and CDBG Coordinator, and this is to concur with the administration and approve the anticipated 2017/18 CDBG allocations per the attached project list that was reviewed earlier.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Makowski, supported by Ms. Roscoe. Concur with administration and approve the anticipated 2017-2018 CDBG allocation and attached projects. Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
Thank you, Council. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mayor.
6A is the clerk's report. Before I address those line items, I'd first like to wish my husband Stan happy birthday. Today is his birthday.
All right.
So
Happy birthday, Stan. Stan the man.
And it's already been mentioned by the mayor with regard to the bus tour, and then Chairman Barton talked about soul food. And as you know, February is Black History Month, and I believe the city has really kicked it off with a lot of great activities, community activities. Again, the soul food dinner was great in all the years. I think this was probably record number. Also, the just to piggyback off what Mayor Burkhoff, to acknowledge Jasmine Dancy and Tanya Cofield. They did an amazing job on the bus tour. It was my first time riding, and Romulus is just full of a lot of great history. And so we're very fortunate there. It's not just Black history, but it's just history, good history in our city. So kudos to those two young ladies. They did an amazing job. And also our cable department was there, the ladies, and of course Roger's always there with a camera. But I believe it was a great event, and it was well attended. And also the library, the event with the blues, that was amazing. So there's a lot of good stuff happening here in celebration of Black History Month, but just nice community events. So we hope that everyone will take advantage of the events that's scheduled for the remainder of the month.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The first line item under my report is 6A1, and for second reading and final adoption is Budget Amendment 1617-21, the Library Fund. And this budget amendment was introduced at the council meeting of February 6, 2017.
So moved for second reading, final adoption of the budget amendment for the 16/17-21 Library Fund.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Abdo, supported by Ms. Makowski for second reading, final adoption of Budget Amendment 16/17-21, Library Fund. Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Makowski,
Yes.
Ms. Choate,
Yes.
Mr. Kraut,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth, Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A2 for second reading and final adoption is Zoning Ordinance Amendment 1.230. This ordinance amendment was introduced at the council meeting of February 6, 2017.
Move for the second reading and final adoption of zoning ordinance amendment 1.230.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo for second reading, final adoption of zoning ordinance amendment 1.230. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A3 for second reading and final adoption is Zoning Ordinance Amendment 1.231.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion for second reading, final adoption of zoning ordinance amendment 1.231.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Abdo for second reading, final adoption of zoning ordinance amendment 1.231. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, and motion is approved.
6A4 for second reading and final adoption is Zoning Ordinance Amendment 1.232, introduced at the council meeting of February 6, 2017.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Ms. Roscoe.
I'd like to make a motion that we grant second reading and final adoption to zoning ordinance amendment 1.232.
Or
It's been motioned by Ms. Choate, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, for second reading and final adoption of zoning ordinance amendment 1.232. Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A5 for second reading and final adoption is Zoning Ordinance Amendment 1.233, introduced at the council meeting of February 6, 2017.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Makowski, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for second reading, final adoption of zoning ordinance amendment 1.233. Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth? Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
And 6A6 for second reading and final adoption is zoning ordinance amendment 1.234, introduced at the council meeting of February 6, 2017.
So move for ordinance amendment 1.234.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo. Second reading, final adoption of zoning ordinance amendment 1.234. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
The last item under the clerk's report, 6A7. This is introduction and first reading of vacant and abandoned structures ordinance.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion for introduction, first reading of vacant and abandoned structures ordinance.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Mr. Kraut for introduction, first reading of vacant and abandoned structures ordinance. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
Thank you. That concludes the clerk's report. 6AB is the treasurer's report.
Good evening, council, mayor, clerk, deputy clerk, and audience. I just want to remind everyone that today is a very important day. Not only is it Valentine's Day, but it is tax day. So if you have not paid your taxes, they are due tomorrow. And you have from 8 to 4, or you can use the drop box. If you have any questions, you can give us a call at 734-942-7580. Thank you so much.
Stacy, I have a question for you.
Yes, one question.
If somebody puts it in the Dropbox after 4 tomorrow, whatever's there in the morning on the 15th, is that going to stand as being on time?
That is correct. But I do want to remind everyone, when we empty that drop box, it is at 8 a.m. in the morning. So the payment must be in the box by 8 a.m.
Okay,
And it
thank
will
you.
be considered on time. Thank you.
Number 7 is public comment, and this is the portion of our agenda that's set aside for those of you that are in the audience. If you would like to have a comment, please raise your hand, and after being acknowledged by the chairperson, approach the podium and state your name. We ask that you please limit your comments to 3 minutes. And Mr. Chair and Council, we do not have any written requests this evening.
Any public comments? Ms. Lemon?
Just a short announcement. On February 24th, the VFW on Huron River Drive is having a fish fry. You will get a half a pound of perch, French fries, coleslaw, and the cost is $12. It's between 5 and 6 p.m. No, 5 and 7 p.m., but you must purchase your tickets in advance. You just go up to open the door, ring the bell, they'll let you in, and you can get your ticket. We got to help support our VFW Hall. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lemon. Any other comments from the audience? No other comments from the audience? Okay, close it out.
Number 8 is unfinished business. Number 9 is new business.
Mr. Barton.
Mr. Wadsworth?
If I could, real quick, St. Aloysius on February the 24th is also holding which is their biggest fundraiser of the year. It's the banquet royale, and the tickets are $150 a piece. That includes the dinner, the alcohol, and you could win up to $5,000. And if you're interested, just get a hold of Cindy at St. Al's Directory, our office.
Thank you, Ms. Wadsworth.
Is there any more new business? Number 10 is communication. Number 11 for approval is warrant 17-03.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Ms. Choate?
I'd like to adopt a resolution to pay warrant 17-03 in the following amounts. General Fund, $168,640.30. Major Street Fund, $19,800.96. Local Street Fund, $1,682.98. Cable TV, $454.50. Merriman Road Special Assessment, $309.58. Street Lighting Fund, $48,848.79. Oakwood SAD, $633.83. Garbage and Rubbish Collection Fund, $79,345.96. CDBG, 81 cents. 911 Service Fund, $2,055.84. Law Enforcement, $946.12. Narcotics forfeiture for the state, $1,633.60. Library Fund, $17,172.51. DDA, $1,092. Tifa District 2, $2,582.29. Sewer debt service, $4,780. Tifa Vining Road construction, $1,261,632.30. Water and Sewer Fund, $462,017.89. Motor Vehicle Fund, $9,433.33. Technology Services, $9,492.63. Retirees Insurance Benefits, $40,828.61. Property and Liability Self-Insurance, $10,000. Revolving Fund, $21,308.37. General Tax Fund, $7,513.81. Current Tax, $3,689.29. Delinquent Personal Property Fund, $1,043.50. Payroll Fund, $13,736.44 for a grand total of all funds, $2,190,676.24.
Support.
A motion by Ms. Choate, supported by Mr. Crop. This is to pay warrant number 17-03 for $2,190,676.24. Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Crop?
Yes.
Ms. Mikowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Warrant number 17-03 will be paid.
Number 12 is adjourned.
So moved.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe for adjournment. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Mikowski?
Yes.
Mr. Choate? Mr. McCrout?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. We are adjourned. Thank you.